Welcome to a journey through the world's most treacherous landscapes, a tour of places where the beauty of nature is matched only by its danger. From scorching deserts to toxic lakes, towering mountains to isolated islands, these are not just locations on a map, they are the planet's ultimate tests of survival. Some are shaped by the relentless forces of nature, while others bear the scars of human history. Please subscribe to my channel and comment below about the 16 most dangerous places on Earth. We'll dive into the extremes of these environments, uncovering the stories of those who dared to venture into the unknown. Whether it's the heat that can kill in minutes, or the cold that can freeze you in your tracks, these places demand respect and caution. So, buckle up and get ready for a thrilling exploration of Earth's most perilous destinations, where danger lurks at every turn, and survival is anything but guaranteed. 1. Death Valley, USA. Death Valley is a land of extremes, where the sun's relentless glare bakes the earth into cracked, barren terrain. It's the hottest place on Earth, with temperatures soaring to an unbearable 134 degrees Fahrenheit, 56.7 degrees Celsius. Here, even the most seasoned adventurer can quickly fall victim to heat stroke and dehydration. Imagine standing in a place where the air itself seems to burn, where survival depends on careful planning and an unwavering respect for the desert's deadly embrace. Example: in 2013, a group of tourists underestimated the heat and set out for a short hike without enough water. They were found hours later, disoriented and severely dehydrated, a stark reminder that in Death Valley, nature holds the upper hand. 2. Mount Everest, Nepal. Standing on the roof of the world comes at a steep price. Mount Everest, the tallest peak on Earth, is both a climber's ultimate dream and worst nightmare. The trek to the summit is a grueling test of endurance, with oxygen levels plummeting in the infamous death zone above 26,000 feet. Temperatures drop to -30 degrees Fahrenheit, -34 degrees Celsius, and avalanches can strike without warning. Every year, the mountain claims lives, its icy slopes littered with the remains of those who never made it back. Example: in 1996, a sudden storm trapped several climbers near the summit. 8 of them perished, their bodies left behind, frozen in time as a grim reminder of Everest's dangers. 3. Snake Island, Brazil. Imagine an island where the ground slithers beneath your feet, where every step could be your last. Ilha de Queimada Grande, or Snake Island, off the coast of Brazil, is home to the golden lancehead viper, one of the world's most venomous snakes. The island is so dangerous that the Brazilian government has banned visitors. Here, the vipers outnumber humans by the thousands, and their venom can melt flesh and kill within hours. Example: in the 1900s, a lighthouse keeper and his family were allegedly killed by the vipers, leading to the abandonment of the island. Today, only scientists, under strict supervision, are allowed to step foot on this serpent-infested land. 4. Danakil Desert, Ethiopia. Welcome to the Danakil Desert, where the earth boils, and the air sizzles with toxic gases. This is one of the most inhospitable places on Earth, with temperatures often exceeding 122 degrees Fahrenheit, 50 degrees Celsius. The landscape is otherworldly, dotted with acidic hot springs, bubbling lava lakes, and vast salt flats. The ground itself seems to come alive, spewing poisonous gases that can overwhelm the unprepared. It's a place where survival is not just difficult, it's almost impossible. Example: the Afar people, who inhabit the region, have adapted to the extreme conditions, mining salt in one of the harshest environments on Earth. But for outsiders, a journey into the Danakil Desert can be a fatal mistake. 5. Bikini Atoll, Marshall Islands. Once a tropical paradise, Bikini Atoll is now a haunting reminder of humanity's destructive power. In the 1940s and 1950s, this remote island was the site of nuclear tests that vaporized entire islands and left the area contaminated with radiation. Today, Bikini Atoll remains uninhabitable, its waters and land poisoned by the fallout of atomic bombs. The ghostly silence of the atoll hides a deadly secret: radiation levels that can still cause cancer and other health issues. Example: in 1954, the Castle Bravo test, the largest nuclear explosion ever conducted by the United States, irradiated nearby islands and led to the evacuation of the Bikini people. They have never been able to return. 6. Lake Natron, Tanzania. Lake Natron is a place where life seems to have taken a wrong turn. Its blood-red waters are highly alkaline, with a pH of up to 10.5, nearly as caustic as ammonia. The lake is so toxic that it can burn the skin and eyes of animals and humans alike. The high levels of sodium carbonate in the water have a mummifying effect, turning any creature that perishes in its depths into eerie statues, perfectly preserved in death. Example: photographer Nick Brandt captured haunting images of petrified birds and bats along the shore of Lake Natron, their lifeless forms seemingly frozen in time by the lake's deadly waters. 7. Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, Ukraine. The Chernobyl Exclusion Zone is a post-apocalyptic landscape where time stands still. In 1986, the Chernobyl nuclear disaster released lethal amounts of radiation into the atmosphere, forcing the evacuation of over 100,000 people. Today, the area remains highly radioactive, with some places still too dangerous to visit. Ghost towns, abandoned homes, and decaying buildings tell the story of a place where life was abruptly halted by invisible poison. Example: despite the dangers, the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone has become an unlikely tourist attraction, drawing thrill seekers and historians alike. But the risk of radiation exposure is a constant threat, and the area will remain uninhabitable for thousands of years. 8. Oymyakon, Russia. In Oymyakon, winter is not just a season, it's a way of life. This remote Siberian village is the coldest inhabited place on Earth, with temperatures plunging below -67.7 degrees Celsius, -89.8 degrees Fahrenheit. The cold here is so intense that metal cracks, tires freeze solid, and even eyelashes turn to ice. The ground is permanently frozen, and the sun barely rises during the long, dark winter months. Surviving here requires resilience, resourcefulness, and an acceptance of the brutal cold. Example: in 2018, a group of tourists had to be rescued after their bus broke down in the freezing cold. They had underestimated the extreme conditions, and without help, they would have quickly succumbed to hypothermia. 9. Madidi National Park, Bolivia. Madidi National Park is a place of breathtaking beauty and deadly danger. This dense rainforest is home to some of the most toxic plants and venomous creatures on Earth. The vibrant flora hides plants that can cause severe allergic reactions or even death with just a touch. The fauna is equally treacherous. Jaguars, venomous snakes, and insects carrying deadly diseases lurk in the shadows, ready to strike. Example: adventurers who venture into Madidi without proper knowledge and preparation often find themselves in peril. Many have been bitten, stung, or poisoned by the park's deadly inhabitants, learning too late that beauty can be deceiving. 10. Mount Sinabung, Indonesia. Mount Sinabung is a restless giant that has been violently erupting since 2010. This active volcano in Indonesia has displaced thousands of people, its frequent eruptions blanketing nearby villages in ash and pyroclastic flows. The air is thick with the smell of sulfur, and the ground trembles as the mountain releases its pent-up fury. For those who live in its shadow, every day is a gamble against nature's wrath. Example: in 2014, an eruption of Mount Sinabung sent a pyroclastic flow racing down the mountain, killing 16 people in a nearby village. The survivors were forced to flee, leaving behind their homes and belongings to the mercy of the volcano. 11. North Sentinel Island, India. North Sentinel Island is a place where time seems to have stopped, and the outside world is not welcome. Home to the Sentinelese, one of the last uncontacted tribes on Earth, the island is off limits to visitors. The Sentinelese have violently rejected any attempts at contact, defending their land with spears and arrows. To them, outsiders are intruders, and the island's dense jungle is their fortress. Example: in 2018, a missionary who tried to make contact with the Sentinelese was killed, his body buried on the beach by the tribe. The Indian government has enforced strict laws to protect the Sentinelese and their isolation, but the island remains a place of mystery and danger. 12. Atacama Desert, Chile. The Atacama Desert is a place where rain is a rare miracle. It's the driest non-polar desert on Earth, with some areas having never recorded rainfall. The landscape is a barren expanse of salt flats, sand, and volcanic rock, where survival is a constant battle against the elements. In this harsh environment, even the simplest necessities of life, water, food, shelter, are hard to come by. Example: in 2015, the Atacama Desert experienced a rare rainstorm, leading to a spectacular bloom of flowers. But the rain also triggered deadly mudslides, reminding everyone that even in the driest place on Earth, nature can be unpredictable and dangerous. 13. Mount Washington, USA. Mount Washington in New Hampshire, USA, may not be the tallest mountain, but it holds the title for some of the worst weather on Earth. The peak is notorious for its hurricane-force winds, freezing temperatures, and rapidly changing weather conditions. In winter, blizzards can strike with little warning, and even in summer, hypothermia is a constant threat. The mountain's unpredictable weather has claimed the lives of many hikers and climbers who underestimated its dangers. Example: in 1934, the Mount Washington Observatory recorded a wind speed of 231 miles per hour, 372 kilometers per hour, the highest ever observed on land at the time. This record still stands as a testament to the mountain's ferocious conditions. 14. Valley of Death, Russia. In the remote wilderness of Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula lies a place known as the Valley of Death. This eerie landscape is filled with toxic gases that seep from volcanic vents, creating a deadly trap for any creature that ventures too close. The gases are invisible and odorless, making them especially dangerous. Animals that wander into the valley often succumb to the fumes, their bodies littering the ground, preserved in the frigid climate. Example: scientists studying the area have discovered that the valley's gases include carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide, which displace oxygen and cause asphyxiation. Despite its dangers, the Valley of Death remains a fascinating, if deadly, natural phenomenon. 15. Fraser Island, Australia. Fraser Island, off the coast of Queensland, Australia, is a place of stunning beauty and hidden dangers. The island is home to some of the world's deadliest wildlife, including venomous snakes and spiders, as well as dingoes known for their aggressive behavior. The waters around the island are equally dangerous, with strong currents, sharks, and deadly jellyfish. Even the sand dunes can be treacherous, hiding sudden drop-offs that can catch the unwary by surprise. Example: in 2019, a British tourist was attacked by a pack of dingoes while camping on Fraser Island. He suffered serious injuries but survived, a reminder that this idyllic island is not as safe as it appears. 16. Boiling Lake, Dominica. In the heart of the Caribbean island of Dominica lies the Boiling Lake, a cauldron of bubbling, steaming water. The lake is heated by volcanic activity beneath the Earth's surface, making it one of the most dangerous natural attractions in the world. The temperature of the water near the edge is nearly boiling, and the center is a roiling mass of superheated steam. The surrounding area is unstable, with the ground itself sometimes shifting and releasing toxic gases. Example: in 1900, two explorers attempted to measure the depth of the boiling lake. They were almost overcome by the heat and steam, managing to escape with their lives. The lake remains a deadly attraction for thrill seekers and adventurers. These 16 locations represent some of the most dangerous places on Earth, each with its own unique set of deadly challenges. Whether it's extreme weather, toxic environments, or unpredictable wildlife, these places remind us that nature's beauty often comes with a lethal edge. Conclusion: as we've journeyed through some of the most perilous places on Earth, one thing becomes clear: the world is full of extremes. From the scorching heat of Death Valley to the freezing temperatures of Oymukon, from the toxic gases of the Valley of Death to the deadly wildlife of Fraser Island, these places challenge the limits of human survival. Yet, despite the dangers, these locations continue to draw explorers, scientists, and even thrill seekers. They are testaments to the power and unpredictability of nature, where the rules of survival are often dictated by forces beyond our control. They also remind us of the delicate balance we must maintain with the natural world, respecting its dangers while marveling at its wonders. In some cases, these places are remnants of human folly, like the radioactive wasteland of Chernobyl or the scarred beauty of Bikini Atoll, serving as stark reminders of the consequences of our actions. In others, they are pristine, untouched environments like North Sentinel Island, where human intrusion is neither wanted nor needed. These dangerous places are not just locations on a map, they are stories of survival, loss, and sometimes, the indomitable will to explore the unknown. They capture the imagination, inspire caution, and above all, remind us of the fragile nature of our existence on this planet. So, whether you're an adventurer seeking the thrill of the extreme or simply someone fascinated by the mysteries of our world, remember, some places are better left untouched, their dangers respected from a distance. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories from the most extreme corners of the earth. Until next time, stay safe and keep exploring.